Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Wil Ralston. He's the CEO of SinglePoint. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is SING on the CBOE. And SinglePoint will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet MicroCap Showcase Vegas, happening April 30 through May 2nd, 2024. For more information, to register and see Wil's presentation in Vegas, please go to planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Wil, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. It's great to have you on. So this is actually our first time doing an interview together. So can you start us off with that quick overview and history of the company?
Yeah, absolutely. So, SinglePoint's been traded, publicly on the OTC markets for many years. And most recently, and one of our major accomplishments that just happened is we became the first US listed company to trade on CBOE. And we're really excited about that, as CBOE is really, the first and only global stock exchange that's really focused on the purpose-driven economy. And what does that mean, right? They're looking for companies to work with that are providing solutions in the renewable energy space, the healthcare space, cybersecurity. So it's companies that are working to make that difference in these different things that we face on a day-to-day basis.
Very good. All right. So what about SinglePoint? Let's talk. Let's specifically talk SinglePoint. We get it. You're traded on the CBOE now. That's amazing. What does SinglePoint do? I know you're in the renewable energy sector, so let's get into that a little bit.
Yeah, the main thing that we're working on is acquisitions. We're working to find great local residential, small commercial solar businesses that have really established themselves in a market. They're doing over $10 million in revenue, great reputation, and have built that business and are looking to diversify. Maybe they're looking for an exit. Maybe they've got a few owners. But our goal is to find those companies, and as the market's fragmented in solar, and roll them up so that we're able to have a great, strong backbone, better purchasing, better back end efficiencies, so that we can drive the profitability, but maintain that local presence and that local feel, because you have to in each market. Going solar in, for example, Phoenix, Arizona is extremely different than going in Boston, Massachusetts. So to identify these great companies and put them into our platform to be able to grow and scale profitably is what we're set out to do. We also have a company in the air purification space that is putting high quality commercial grade air purifiers into schools throughout the US. So those are our two focal points. And the reason for that is we spend 90% of our time indoors. And when you're indoors, you have two things: electricity, and you need clean air to breathe. So we're focused on these really two important topics that we have to have every single day in order to carry out our business, to carry out our lives.
Absolutely. So looking at the competitive landscape here, what would you say differentiates SinglePoint from some of your peers that might be looking to employ a similar model out there?
Well, I think having these, two businesses in these two specific sectors allows us to go to market and have a whole comprehensive solution to a customer's needs. The fact that we are traded on CBOE now is a big competitive advantage for us. A lot of the competitors we see out there can be PE firms and private businesses. So there is that opportunity for public companies like ourselves to have that leg up in the public markets. And then, having Boston Solar and having these great platforms with the name recognition and the brand, who's a proud partner of the Boston Red Sox, these are all the various things that come together that when we're discussing with other target acquisitions, what our synergistics might be, where we set ourselves apart, these are the things that we look to identify with them.
Absolutely. And what's your background? I mean, how'd you get into all this?
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, I'm a company guy. I've been around this company for about 7 years. I know the business well. We've done a lot of various different things, but in the last 2 years, really set the strategy on this solar acquisition strategy. Prior to that, I worked with companies like Nike and Porch.com, which is now a NASDAQ traded business as well. So have cut my teeth in a few different things, but we have really built something here at SinglePoint, and we're excited to see what happens over the next 3, 4, 5, and 10 years down the road as the solar market continues to mature and grow.
Very good. All right. So, from what you can tell us, closing out the interview here today, what would you say then, for folks that, now haven't been aware or now potentially looking at SinglePoint, what do you think folks should pay attention to for the company now as we move forward here in 2024?
Just a few days ago, we actually announced a couple of different initiatives that we've taken. We acquired the remaining interest of Boston Solar. We've reduced expenses on an annual basis of about over $3 million. So, everybody that's, looking at SinglePoint saying what may happen next. It's really looking at our ability to get to that operational profitable level, which is extremely important as a public company, right? So we want to be at that subsidiary level, operationally profitable, continue to grow the businesses that we acquire organically, and really see that revenue start to grow and the markets continue to be established out there for us.
So what's break even? If I mean, since the focus is on operational profitability, what's break even? What gets you to profitability?
Well, so right now, the way we're looking at it at the subsidiary level is, we can get there this year. Our goal is to get there by the end of Q2, and continue to push forward from there. And that's what we've identified. Historically, we've been focused on revenue growth, and that revenue growth at all cost model is not, it's not what's appealing out there anymore. It's profitability. It's continuing to run and grow the business's bottom line. And so we've switched that at the beginning of 2024, and we have the business. We've went from, since we acquired Boston Solar, from 17 million to 24 million, to over $30 million in trailing 12 months revenue run rate. So we have the platform, we have the business, and getting that back now into a profitable position is what we're focused on. And the great news is again, the revenue and the business is there. Now we can eliminate the unneeded expenses and put it into a profitable position.
Very good. All right. Well, Will, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on SinglePoint?
So go to our website, sign up for our newsletters. We send out weekly letters around the market and around the business. And then also follow us on X. That's probably where we're the most active. And if you happen to be on LinkedIn, that's another channel that we post quite often on.
Very good. Well, Will, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I'll see you in Vegas.
Wonderful. Really looking forward to Vegas. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.